Kind of want to wrap up this entire podcast because we've been talking about judging. We're talking obviously about within a body of believers, but I want to end it on a thought on and kind of a honor to my grandmother on eternal judgment, because my grandmother did just pass in the last few weeks. And so I want to just tell a little story of how she passed and then read her favorite scripture if we can.
Yeah.
And so the day that we knew it was happening, the room was silent. It was pretty quiet. Everybody's sitting there. We're all just waiting for it to happen. And finally, somebody brought up a comment that led to a story told by my uncle. And he was talking about his granddaughter and how he was taking too long in Walmart. And so she said, well, can't we just leave Poppy? And then everybody started laughing at the story. And then that kind of like broke the tension of this solemn silence that had been going on. And then everybody just started talking, having a good time. And if you knew my grandmother, that's what she was all about. Family coming over, feeding everybody, making sure everybody was having a good time. All the holidays were spent there, everything. And so I looked at my cousin and I said, this is what she would have wanted. A few minutes later, I stepped out of the room. I was talking to the same uncle, and we heard a boisterous laugh. And then my sister opened the door and said, hey, she just opened her eyes. We step in, and she took her last breath. Wow. And it was almost to say, I just wanted to see my family being my family one last time. And then she entered the kingdom of heaven to the Lord saying, well done, my good and faithful servant. And all she would have wanted was her entire family to know Christ. And this was her favorite psalm. Shout for joy to the Lord, all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before him with joyful songs. Know that the Lord is God. It is he who made us, and we are his. We are his people, the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name, for the Lord is good, and his love endures forever. His faithfulness continues through all generations. So, all of our goal, through all of this that we've talked about, righteous judgment, everything, ultimately, we want you to know Christ. We want you to have a relationship with him. And in the end, we want you to hear, well done, my good and faithful servant.